15 Weirdest Schools in the World. A lot of your childhood was probably spent on a dusty room with creaky chairs and a very uninspiring wall color. That's because you went to an average school not like any of the ones on this list, from cave schools to ones dedicated to teaching with no curriculum. So whether you loved your boring school or wished you went to one of these, you'll definitely never think of schooling the same way again. Number 15 The Cave School in Guizhou, China. Yup, you heard that right, this school is nestled between rocks and that is exactly what the village was going for. Since it is one of the poorest communities in the province, the mountainous village didn't have the funds to build a school. Instead, they made do with what they had and built it into one of the many cave systems. Some of the children travel up to 6 hours just to learn. Now that is dedication to education. Number 14 Train platforms as schoolrooms. Now, most children have to get some form of public transport to school. However, they don't usually stop on the platform and learn algebra. In Orissa, India, that is exactly what the kids do. In a bid to try and lower the chances of children turning to illegal work to get by, one woman decided that she would bring the school to the kids, and it certainly worked. Number 13 Bomb Shelter School. Well, technically it's no longer a bomb shelter, but it is still the only known underground school in the United States. Abo Elementary School is in New Mexico, and during the Cold War the town was so frightened by the idea of nuclear war they built a massive bomb shelter. So along with the normal school supplies, Abo also has a steel blast doors and decontamination chambers. Number 12 Curriculum-free learning. Usually schools have a strict course outline to make sure kids learn the basics like English, mathematics and maybe a little science. Not at the Brooklyn Free School. As the name suggests, the school focuses more on restaurant reviews and taking naps rather than teaching spelling. You may not like it, but I bet the kids do. Number 11 Floating School. I am on a boat. At school. Each year the banks of Bangladesh's rivers burst and kids are effectively left without a way to school. However, one nifty town decided to have lessons on 100 boats instead, as well as healthcare center and homes. Just because it's on the water doesn't mean it has to skimp on the supplies. With internet access, computers and a library, it's a pretty high-tech school. Number 10 School of Wizardry. Hogwarts is real, so where's my letter? Well, not Hogwarts, but a recognized academy for all things occult magic. The Grey School of Wizardry specializes in things like beast mastery, alchemy and wand making. The headmaster could even pass for Dumbledore's doppelganger. Number 9 Adult Entertainment School. In Spain, prostitution is as legal as jaywalking, actually probably more legal. So, some genius decided young women needed more teachings when it came to pleasure and profit, and set up the Trabajoya. While it's more of a practical curriculum with the class and Kama Sutra, there is a bit of theory, so don't forget your pen and paper. Number 8 The Ultimate Hippie School. Named after a historical Buddhist monk, Naropa University prefers to teach yoga, meditation and tai chi rather than gender studies and communication 101. Most of the courses are centered around poetry, Buddhist studies and wilderness therapy, but the university came under fire when some of its biggest boss were found to be embezzling funds. What would Buddha say? Number 7 Real Life Clown College. While movies and television shows love to make fun of kids and adults alike running off to join clown college or the circus, but turns out, it wasn't made up. The Ringling Brothers set up a number of courses and schools around the United States to teach willing students the art of clowning around. It's a tough gig, all right? Imagine wearing a bright red nose whilst kids scream at you for a balloon animal. Number 6. Charles Howard Santa Claus School. This is one prestigious school. Set up in the 1930s, this renowned institution aims to produce the very best Santas. Potential Mr. Claus will learn how to interact with reindeer, etiquette with children, and of course, how to chuckle like the real deal. While you wouldn't take the course unless you planned on being a professional Santa, it sure would be fun to play dress up for a day. Number 5. Levitation School. Yes, seriously. These Maharishi schools insist upon twice daily meditation, levitations classes, and of course promise that your kid will become clairvoyant. While it claims to offer a balanced program, it's still a little wacky to base your entire education on the belief you might learn to fly midair. Number 4. Pro-LGBT High School. The Harvey Milk High School in New York City was founded in the hope that it would not only raise awareness of gay rights but also encourage more young people to come out and accept themselves. While the school claims that it is open to any student, the curriculum is heavily centered around gay rights, which has meant there has been a lot of criticism. Number 3. Hamburger University. No, this school isn't about perfecting the ultimate hamburger. Actually, it sort of is. The McDonald's training facility is where restaurant managers go to learn the craft. From flipping a patty to dealing with complaining customers, it takes a lot to handle the running of Mickey D's. Also, imagine having Hamburger University on your resume. Now that would make you stand out from the crowd. Number 2. Elf School. In Iceland there is a lot of folklore surrounding elves and their magical abilities. According to the school, there are different types of elves that have a variety of uses. The school essentially trains people in the theory and practice of elves in the hope they can somehow assist the government. The Icelandic police have been known to ask for an elf's assistance when solving cases. No, they don't wear the hats or jangle slippers. Number 1. The most tech-friendly school in the world. Forget a pen and paper. This state-of-the-art school relies on iPads, touch screens, projectors, and even electronic locker keys. The Philadelphia School of the Future's main goal is to equip students with the most knowledge in technology fields. While it struggled back when it opened in 2006, it is now one of the most in-demand schools.